copyright. Okay, next question is copyright laws. How to prevent reuse of design, and does the design belong to clients?
No. Well, if you're using the blue book, the copyright is yours. Even if you don't use the blue book, by default, the one who produced the work owns the copyright. So unless in the beginning of the job, your client said they want to own the copyright, then of course you sell them the rights, you increase your fee, but otherwise it belongs to you. Yeah.
Because I think the default copyright law in Singapore works that way as well. The other thing is copy, or rather reuse of the design, where they reuse your design somewhere or somebody just use your design somewhere else. Obviously no one is going to copy outright 100%, right? I guess what we hear a lot is taking inspiration, the term of taking inspiration. But to what level would that then kind of breach that copyright?
It depends. Now I sound like a lawyer. It depends. The thing is, anytime you want to sue someone, you have to prove your loss, right? So the question will always be, even if you prove that they copied your work, but what loss did you suffer? Then you're going to have to be able to quantify it, right? You want to sue someone, okay, but how many dollars you want? How do you want to be compensated? You know, so that would be a big question mark. So maybe even if the building looks a bit like you're building somewhere else, but very hard for you to prove that you suffered some kind of loss because, you know. Yeah.
I think it's an interesting conversation, right? How do you determine what is copying or adopting, right? And I think what happens normally is that the conversation doesn't go so much to the courts, but it goes on to maybe nowadays social media, and people say, hey, this guy copied my project, and look at it, it's exactly the same. And what you're saying is you're not really talking to them, you're talking to potential clients and saying, listen, I'm actually the guy who came up with this, not that guy.
But then the guy who came up with the other one might then look at you and say, hey, what are you saying about me?
Of course, yeah, and then
right?
it gets very dirty.
Then you can get sued by that guy too. Yeah.
So it sounds like there's not a lot we can do if somebody...
if it's really obvious, like they just took an identical... I mean, that actually happened to my partner, but he didn't do anything about it. On the same site, the client built a second building, which was exactly the same as the first. Just took the whole thing and went boom, another one. Yeah, but he didn't sort of pursue them. It all goes back to how much loss you suffered. Yeah, whether you think it's worth pursuing. Everybody has a right to sue somebody in court, but what do you want to get out of it? Right? If you win, what does that mean to you? Yeah.
I thought there's another important thing is that you shouldn't even give design without being paid for.
Oh, yes,
absolutely.
Yeah. So basically, I mean, when you try to sue for copyright, it's because maybe you have given a design without getting any remuneration for it, right?
Yeah.
So then you feel that, he's copying me because I already gave a design. So like what SIA stands for, we shouldn't even give design, even upfront or whatsoever. Then there's no way to copy you. Yeah. So if you have given a design, you have been paid for it. So that's why I think there is no loss to it lah. Not so much loss. I mean, unless the site next to you fits completely perfectly to your building, that you can just plonk it over, and then you just gotten lucky. But in Singapore, not so easy, I think.
But that's actually a really good point, because most of the time that's the period when clients typically like really kind of drag things out, right? And they say, okay, I'm going to appoint you, but do the design first, don't delay.
Don't fall into that trap. Just tell them bye-bye. Don't fall into that trap. And here's another opportunity to tell you another nugget. In the conditions of appointment. So if you look at the way you how to confirm your appointment, it's not just by signing. So they can either sign or they can continue to give you instruction to perform work, or they can allow you to keep on doing work, or they can pay a deposit. So there are several ways to confirm your appointment under the Blue Book. And that actually helps you to filter out clients who are not serious, right? So typically what I do with new clients is I go through the different methods of confirmation with them, right? So that they understand that if you continue to ask us to perform work, that means you have confirmed our appointment, even if you haven't signed. And that is a very good filter for those who are not serious. Because after that, they don't call us and we don't call them. Yeah.
I am genuinely enjoying this series because I feel like every episode, right, I'm learning so much. Okay, so I mean, for me, we've done works for, sometimes we do like interior also. So we've done some for example, franchise brands where they want us to design. In fact, they were starting up and they have plans to do more outlets. So they asked us to engage us to do one of the shops and everything. So then my question in my head was, what's next then? Like, what if I design this and then they're just gonna copy and paste everywhere? So in essence, I was designing not just for that shop, it would have been like a branding guide even, maybe for their setup of the store. So I think what I added in was like they were not allowed to copy, whether entirely, in part or in whole. So whether there's anything. But then again, so far I haven't run into a situation where I could test whether that phrase made any difference or not. Yeah.
Or you could offer to come up with a branding guide. Like that means you increase your fee. And you say, I'll do this one, but I will also give you, like if you do a McDonald's outlet, right? They'll give you all the standard details from McDonald's. Right, your M must be this size and this color and blah blah blah, right? So you could also offer your service that way, like give the client more than what they ask for. If you see, you look at their situation, then you go, hey, actually, not only can I do this particular outlet, I can also give you a framework that you can then implement at other outlets. Then you increase your scope that way.
That's a good point, actually.
Yeah.
I shall try that in the next such opportunity.
It's always about what value you bring to the client, right? I mean, you put yourself in their shoes. Why would they pay you? They'll pay you if they are benefiting from it, right? They won't pay you, like we cannot go to our client with a sob story and say, oh, my job is so hard. I got to do so many submissions, blah, 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 please pay me more. What client's going to pay you that, right? Same thing is if you go to, let's say you go to a restaurant and the chef comes out and say, this dish is so hard to make, I had to spend so many hours making the stock and blah, blah, blah. Do you really want to know? You actually just want to taste it, right? And you don't want the chef to come and tell you, wow, very hard to make this thing, So as architects, we got to, have more like pride and then think from the client's perspective. How would the client see it? Why would the client want to pay you more? You must deliver value to them, value that they can see, and then they pay you more. They don't care how many hours you spend. They want the product to be beneficial to them.